I should have done this since yesterday, but I just couldn't. In fact, I went to sleep immediately after the game, and there are a lot of talking points from this game. There are numerous talking points from this game, and in my pre-match analysis, I should have added that Manchester United are a team that cannot be relied upon. But yesterday, I was 100% just excited about the game. I was not exactly focused on what the results would be, although I thought maybe we would win. No, I hoped we would win, yeah. But I was not exactly focused on um on how the game would all play out. But I was 100% just excited about football being back, about watching Manchester United play football again. But it is what it is. It is what it is. To be fair, United as a team right now, first game of the season, away to a newly promoted team. I should have known. I should have known, but I thought would be a little bit different. I hoped would be a little bit different. I hoped things were going to be a little bit different. The big talking point was for me was the defense yesterday. Our defense was horrible. It was horrible. You see, Shaw. We need to move on from Shaw as quick as we can. We 100% need to move on from Shaw. He has his legs are gone. If this was maybe 2020, 2021, I would have been mad. I would really have been mad because I would have thought, oh, these are your prime years. You should be doing this. You're just 26. You're just 25. You should be at the top of your game. You should be no, but it's 2026 and we still have Luke Shaw as our starting left back. So that alone is a worry. And I hope a lot is being done on the ground. I know a lot is definitely being done on the ground to bring in a new left back. But then again, I look at the other side of our defense, our right back, and I know we have more problems than we actually think we do. We have big, big problems. We have Dalo as our starting right back, no denying that. And one thing I always say about Dalo is he I don't like Dalo's game. I don't like the way Dalo plays. But I promise you, we always miss him whenever he is unavailable. That's the crazy thing about Dalo. We always miss him. He has a way of balancing our defense. I mean the right back, yeah. He has a way of balancing it, going forward, very good with overlapping, works well with our wingers. So of course he knows how to do that. And it showed again yesterday. It was obvious yesterday that moving forward, Mazraoui is just a national team player. It's just for is only for Morocco. He's not for Manchester United. He doesn't play like he doesn't play like his art is in Manchester United. He only plays when it comes to Morocco, his heads over heels. He wants to do everything. But with Manchester United, he doesn't show that passion enough for me. Moving on, our central back, Maguire. Maguire did a very bad job in his position, and then he did a very good job outside of his position. I mean, he had a very bad game in his own position, but he did something he didn't really exactly need to do going forward. I don't understand Maguire sometimes. I'm sure a lot of people feel the same way. I don't understand Maguire. Most times I don't understand Maguire. I know he's like the most experienced central back we have. I feel like we really needed his services for one more year at least. At most. And it shouldn't go beyond this one year. I'm trying to make this. this as short as possible, but it shouldn't go beyond this 1 year. We really need to move on from Maguire. Even on the other hand, he was careless. Was it the first goal, Semi Ajayi's goal? He didn't mark his man, and hence we considered the first shot. Laments saved that, but he couldn't. Unfortunately, he couldn't save the second one. That was because Maguire was not also marking his man. He was instead marking his own player. So I don't know. We really need to move on from Maguire one, and then others, our younger central backs are too young and inexperienced to play for a team like Manchester United. In the midfield, we had Tielemans and Andre Santos. Both of them, they've probably, I would say maybe they've not marinated yet. It was the funny thing is Andre Santos to me wasn't so bad. Tielemans, we all know Tielemans does not have the legs. It doesn't that has never been in his game. He's not energetic, he's not so intense. So it has never exactly been his game. So I understand Tielemans, and that's why we needed that was one of the reasons we needed to get Baliba to do the dirty jobs for him, the dirty works for him. So all he needed to do was just control the tempo of the game. But there was no tempo to control. We lost the first half was 100%. It was nothing to write home about 100%. So we had nothing to offer in the first half. But the second half, on the other hand, it was a little bit of improvement over the first half. We did a better job in the second half, but we were not able to penetrate. I mean, I felt if Sheshko had been in earlier with all the crosses we made, maybe he would have had one at the back of the net. But he came in a little bit late, and Bruno was pathetic. Bruno wasn't so good yesterday. But I feel like I've watched or I've seen Bruno over the years to know that his first few games of the season are not exactly. I don't know. Maybe he does something during the holiday, and he doesn't perform so good. The last time I can remember him performing so good at the start of the season was the game we played against Leeds. I think it's called a hat trick. Pogba had about 3 or 4 assists also in the game, and that was the last game I can remember playing so well as the first game of the season. We have been since then we've been so terrible with first games of the season. Under Tenang, we had the same issue with Brentford. I think that was about 4-0 or 3-0. I can't remember. Um, After that, we've had terrible runs. We've had terrible runs. Last season, it was also the same against Arsenal. But I just hope it gets better from here. I hope it gets better from here. And a lot needs to be done in our defense. Yeah, so here is my post-match analysis. I don't exactly have much to say, but it's the first game of the season. I'm 100% not panicking. I'm not panicking, but it is not a good way to start. It is definitely not a good way to start, and I am not, I'm not panicked, but I think we could have done better. And next game, it just brings a little bit of pressure because we are playing Ipswich next, and now we must win the game, so we don't have to be like 6 points down and chasing against our rivals later. So I'm sure we'll definitely do better next game. But yesterday's game was 100% pathetic. I promise you.